About every other week, someone in my coaching program has the same issue. It's a client not being responsive. You've done all the work, you've made all the calls, you've got candidates, and you're ready to present them to that client. But the client is not returning your messages. They're not even responding to your emails. What should you do? Should you go around them? Should you try to go over their head? Should you blow them off? How do you get clients to be responsive in the process? Well, you know, a lot of it can all be solved in the beginning phase when you're taking that new client. After you take the specs of the search, and you know that they've invested about 20 to 30 minutes with you, giving you their time, they're telling you exactly what they're looking for. You're finding out what those key selling points are. You know precisely the type of candidate that they're looking for. Then you tell them what your process is. And you can keep it real simple, beginning, middle, and end. This is the recruit phase, this is the interview phase, and then the transition phase. You tell them what to expect. But here's how you get them to always be responsive to you forever. You tell them what the expectations are with respect to communication. I remember the very first time I did this with a client. He was a president of one of the largest construction companies in Connecticut. They built the Foxwoods Casino, one of the largest casinos in the world. After I took the specs of the search, I told him, I said, Michael, this is what you can expect from me in terms of communication. Anytime you leave a message for me, I'm going to call you back that day or first thing next business day. And that's because it's important for you and I to develop a rhythm and momentum in the search. We have no idea when someone's window of opportunity will close on us. We don't know when that candidate will get another call from a recruiter. So I'm going to be responsive to you. On the same hand, that's what I expect from you. Anytime I leave a message for you, I need to hear back from you that day or first thing next business day. Then I'd also tell them this. I'd say, there's only one of two reasons from this point on why I'm ever going to leave a message for you. I either have a candidate that wants to talk to you about your opportunity, or I have a candidate that needs information to decide on whether or not they want to talk to you. Either way, it's important for me to hear back from you that day or first thing next business day. And then you always follow up with those two magical questions. The first one is, does that make sense to you? Yes, it does. Are you okay with that? Yes, I am. When you get them to agree to this, they will commit. They're committing to you to be responsive, to play by the rules. When you get your client to communicate that to you, to actually agree and go along with this, you've got them. They will not deviate from this. And if they do, you can do what I did with my client. It had been about 10 days. I'd found 3 or 4 candidates. I'd left about 2 or 3 messages, sent emails. I hadn't heard back. I finally left a message. I said, Michael, I said, I need to talk to you about these candidates. I put a couple of calls into you. I'm assuming you've filled the position. So if I don't hear back from you by tomorrow at 5 o'clock, I'll go ahead and tell the candidates that you've filled the position and I'll release them. I've got some other clients of mine that are interested in them anyways. I know you're busy. If that's the situation, no need to call me back. I'll tell the candidates the position's been filled. But if it is something you're still interested in, then I want you to call me back or have your assistant get in touch with me or email to me right away. He called me back within 2 hours. And I realized this is a guy that's busy. I know he wasn't on vacation. He was in the office. He was just busy. When your clients aren't calling you back, you know, there's a reason for that. We don't know exactly what that is. It could be the position's been filled. It could be that it's on hold. It could be that they just don't want to work with you anymore. It's not a priority. We have no idea why they're not calling you back. You solve that problem by dealing with it in the beginning of the process, and then you use the concept of taking it away. It's a scarcity principle. You want to be professional about this. You want to let at least about a week go by before you use this technique. You want to make sure that they have had enough time to get back to you, that they're not on vacation, that they're not in the hospital. When you leave that takeaway message, you're letting them know that I don't need you. I've got other clients that I can work with. I'm important to other people also. You don't have the right to treat me this way. When you leave that message for them, you're letting them know that you've got value to other people also. And sometimes we don't appreciate things until we're about ready to lose that. And then all of a sudden we start appreciating that. Oh, yes, that's right. I'm really sorry I didn't get back with you. I respect you now because now I know that you have other options besides me. And then you can do what I did. I had that tough conversation with my client. And this is a guy that's a real successful executive. I told him, I said, Michael, remember when you and I had that conversation about our expectations of communication? And he said, yeah, I'm really sorry, Scott. I apologize. And I said, no big deal. And I let him off the hook. And from that point on, he was one of my best clients ever. You've got to approach it with the right level of tact. You've got to respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, your clients aren't going to respect you either. We all train people on how to treat us. You set those expectations and hold your clients accountable. Seriously. I mean, a lot of people, if you come from a customer service business before you get into this recruiting thing, A lot of times we think, well, the customer's always right, I can let them walk all over me. No, 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 no. You're a professional services provider. You have value to provide to these people that are hiring you and paying you a lot of money to solve their problems. You owe it to them to get them to be responsive to you. I hope that works for you. Don't let those clients push you around. Take charge, be the leader, and you show them how you can serve them and solve their problems. If you do that, they'll follow you, they'll be responsive to you, they'll be the ones that say thank you to you before you say thank you to them. And when they do that, then you know that you're really providing value to other people.